Hi, this is my 42nd video. Um, and first of all, I just want to thank anybody who's been watching my videos. I hope my videos have been uh, relatable, helpful, empowering, and perhaps making sure that you don't feel like you're alone in this diabolic program that we are in as a target individual. First of all, I just want to say thank you. I hope that you're doing well and you're doing your best to stay up. Um, and as you see, as you've seen, if this is your first time watching my video, I keep my face covered in just for the simple purpose of, I understand what I'm saying as a target individual. My son tackle schizophrenic. And so, with that being said, I'm not trying to make it easy for the perps and whoever is involved in the targeting to use that against me. But I always want to tell my story and go through what's going on with me. In this 42nd video, I want to continue to talk about what I've been talking about in the past videos. So, as a target individual, I experience everything from the gang stalking, which is community, people around you just kind of doing whatever they can to push your buttons, trying to make you mad, trying to get you to give some kind of reaction. And so they do a lot of things that are just meant to just annoy you, and it's obvious that they're doing that on purpose, and it's just nonstop. um, I also experience some more. Obviously, I'm experiencing the mobbing from the community wherever I go. There's always something. The weird looks. They basically make you feel uncomfortable wherever you are. Also, the one of the thing I get is the more technology focused targeting, which is applied with the what you keep hearing is V2K or synthetic telepathy, and also directed energy weaponry. With the directed energy weaponry, they've been, I keep feel like they apply radiation as a way to slowly break physically the target individual, which end up impacting the health. Unfortunately, I haven't gone to the doctor, but I know that a lot of things around the target individual is compromised, including some of the healthcare, who, the doctors and dentists, and your whole environment is compromised to break you. And also experiencing synthetic telepathy, V2K, which is the more psychotronic, psycho focus targeting, basically breaking you via this technology that's capable to do such a wide range of manipulation of your thoughts, of your mind. I know that's the portion of the targeting that sounds the most psyops. Sorry, sound more schizophrenic, um, sci fiction, because this is technology that perhaps if I was never involved in this targeted program, I will never believe in myself, because it's just so insane to even accept that this happens, and the way it's applied on us. Um, and in my specific targeting, what they use usually is just the manipulation of my thoughts in the most degrading way. And they stimulate me sexually. They do all kind of weird V2K noise campaign, which apparently is basically they can insert noise into your brain, so things that only you can hear. Sometimes it sounds like it's just like next to like it's the neighborhood, the neighbors making that sound, or but it's really, it can come from anywhere. And with this technology, it goes directly into your to your mind, to your brain. And so that alone sounds kind of crazy, but also you can hear people interacting with you via that technology, where you only hear that directly in your head. And it's meant to make you go crazy and make you lose your mind. But on top of that, on top of this V2K thing, what I'm experiencing is the complete manipulation of your thoughts. So completely change and manipulate your thoughts. I mean, like, and make it sound like and feel like it's you. Um, but because of the level of extreme content that your thoughts are going toward, for me, it's you realize shortly that something is not right with your brain. Something is happening to your head, and so with that, for me, they've been doing a lot of disturbing things. And mind you, with the control of your thoughts, it's also control of your body. Your brain controls a lot of things, and so if you can control your brain, you can control a lot of portion of your body. And so there's also disturbing, degrading, um, degrading stimulations that are meant to put you down, and the goal really is just to slowly make you feel like to break you, and they create this fall persona using this technology that's capable to basically make you think in any way and form, because what they do first is like the early on stage is like they pattern you, so they break you down, um, and then create this no pattern that's condition you to think in such a bizarre, disturbing thing, and all of it is manipulated with this amazingly disturbing weapon that is really meant to break you, mentally. So you're gonna keep hearing testimonies about this specific weapon that sounds so out of this world, but is it's true. And trust me, I don't know if you've seen my prior videos, but I'm not somebody who would have ever believed until this happened to me. It's so disgusting, and with time, it becomes more and more ingrained in your mind. And so today, for me, if you just watch my previous videos, they keep playing with this disturbing persona, with different stimulations, and when whatever I look at, especially if whatever I'm looking at is something they can use to break me, to make me feel disgusting, or to create this false persona, and the persona consists of me having something for younger girls, also, so something like that. And so they have the capability to stimulate you in the most disturbing ways. There's some that's so obvious, like extreme other stimulation, where you can look at the way you perceive something, the way you would look at something is changed, and thoughts have been manipulated, and the longer they are, the longer you're dealing with that, the more obvious that the more ingrained it becomes into you. Like, it feels more and more like it's you, but it's obvious that it's not, because for me, it's been 2 years and so now. Sorry, since 2019. So yeah, 2 years, and so I still remember that this won't be naturally me, but me. So every time I look at something that looks young, it's just this weird stimulation, or this weird way of thoughts of, and it's so complex. That it's just incredible. It just basically shows that this thing has been going on for a long time, and the more they do it, the better they get at it. And so my belief is that the reason why they do that to civilians all around the world is just because I think this is a way to improve and improve the weapon, and to make it better, to be, and so maybe the end goal is just to have it so so perfected that it's, it doesn't take as long to do what they're doing. But so today I want to talk about a specific example of what they do and how they do it. And so if you hear about like mental torture with the V2K and the different inputs they put in people's mind and how they start playing with somebody's brain, I want to give an example of, for me, how they do this. And it's sound, and as you watch it, you're gonna be confused, and not confused, but you will not understand how that even work. But because this is consistently done, and slowly breaks you and annoys you more and more. So I'm gonna show what happened today. This is so typical. It's gonna probably happen again sometime. And so today I was going through YouTube, just trying to find something to watch, just something, random thing that's nothing too um it's too to nothing that's important. Anyways, just browsing through YouTube, and there's a specific video with an icon on it, and so I'm gonna show you the icon, and because in this icon it's a mother and her daughter. Well, it's they look like mother and daughter. That's just what it's supposed to present themselves as. And it is the mother and the daughter. The daughter, I will give her between the age of 17, leaning towards 17, but the highest may be like 19 most, but it's between 17, 16, 17 to 19, but more toward the 17 portion. So like she look underage, a teen, in a late teen, huh? And so because, as I mentioned, the persona they have, they capable to create these weird stimulations and way of thinking in your mind that just makes you feel so uncomfortable. And just, naturally you look at it, so okay, it won't fade you, you will not look into it in the way this thing is trying to force you to look at it, which is that's the perception manipulation that you hear about. And it's just crazy. And on top of that, at least, sometimes they go even further and stimulate other things that I just don't want to talk about it. But they can play with different stimulations via the perception, via the stimulations. I don't know, sometimes they can you feel like something is being released in your brain. It's just so weird, but that back and forth in your brain, where they can just change your perception back to what you think naturally, to change it back. It's like, so you have this mental battle where you try to get back to what you would think, and it's back and forth. It's really draining, and it consumes a lot of your time, and it just slowly chips on you. So the image that this is the one I was scrolling through. I was going through the YouTube and this image, and you can see you see the mother on one side, the daughter. This daughter to me looks, like she's like between 16, 17 to 19 max. She looks more like she's underage, but because she's because she looks underage, and because she's probably underage, this my brain start playing things on my mind. And as I mentioned, they continue to keep talking about, they try to keep this persona in my mind. And so because of that alone, my way of looking at it changes back and forth into a very disturbing way that's annoying. And so I it just it's annoying. It's annoying that I have to see it that way. And it just back and forth between looking in a regular way, the way I would see it, the way I recognize myself to see it, into the way they want me to see it. And this has been ongoing for almost 2 years. And my fear is that, it's in a few years, maybe what I consider me the norm will be changed into something else. So uh, this is an example of how they play with perception, and how they they can start torment somebody. You can look at something and start playing with your mind in very complex way, and you become annoyed that you will not be able, you will not see it that way, and you would see it the normal way, like anybody would see it. But they have the capability with this technology that has so much control of your thoughts and your perceptions, and how you think, how you see, how you perceive, how you react, can play with this and push you to a point where you're just so annoyed, frustrated, um, that it's hard for you to function. So either one, you just get angry. You it's just non-stop, and it's hard for you to focus on something else, or you try to ignore it, which is so hard to do it because it's non-stop. But I'm making this video to kind of explain and show how things work here, and they do a lot of so at this point, if I even look at something, anybody who appears to look young or underage, it just my brain just goes become like it just becomes a bottle in my mind. And so you can imagine how annoying that can be. One is just degrading. I know this is not me. I know they know it's not me, but letting just being able to just ignore it is tough. But you have to do it. I make videos. I watch my own videos because as I am somewhat isolated in a sense, it's hard for me to get in touch with reality. And so when you lose touch of reality, they have more. Their gaslighting is more impactful. So what I mean by gaslighting is when those things happen in my mind after seeing something like that, and my brain start working toward breaking me in that fashion using that technology, which is a very sophisticated weaponry that can have so much control of your thoughts and the way you see things. They start to make noise campaigns of some sort, slamming the door, banging on dishes. You can hear, outside of my door, there's construction. And mind you, you continue to hear that a lot of people around your whole environment is somewhat controlled. So this is definitely, to me, I think this is a government control program where everybody around you, you hear the whole community, you keep hearing the community harassment thing, which is perhaps is that truly the community or people that move in. I think there's a bunch of people moving in this area because I'm a target individual, and they are perps, and they're there to make sure that um, this program is applied on me, and in their tactic that's now very familiar to a lot of target individuals. And there's also people within the community that are involved. And so when this happens, they have a lot of noise campaigns. You can hear noises from everywhere, and also in the V2K, when you can actually hear individuals actually talking, because there's a difference between, in my targeting, I feel like there's a difference between V2K where you can actually hear people like perhaps from downstairs or somewhere else interacting with my brain, and there's also the complete manipulation of my thoughts, where this portion seems more like automated in some sort, where I'm hooked to a computer, and this computer can automatically this creates thoughts, however it's programmed to create. And it seems like it's very much automated, that this it perhaps works with somebody, but this computer itself, because the way it goes is so fast, it's so predictive, that it could apply a thought process that before, ahead of time. So by the time I get to whatever I'm saying, it's so predictive, it's so fast, it's so quick that it only makes sense that there's a lot of support from some kind of automation program, some kind of AI or super intelligent computer. And there's also the human resources, where you can hear them repeat things over and over, and that portion is it's more coming from humans. And so I just wanted to show a little bit of how things work. It's something that dumb, that simple, consistently done with a lot of degrading thoughts, a lot of stimulations are degrading. You get the disturbing thoughts, different thoughts, but some inserted thoughts are so disturbing, so degrading. I don't even want to talk about it, but you can imagine what it is. They can make you imagine anything. They can create any stream of thoughts, And and so mind you, if this program is meant to break somebody, you can only imagine what kind of thoughts and imagination they can insert in people. It would be something that would completely, you know, break somebody. And so you can imagine. And there's dream manipulations, and those dreams usually are some disturbing dreams. Sometimes it's just some random dreams. Nowadays, they create dreams that are a little more like, you get just random. They're not as disturbing as some of the earlier dreams that I had that was strictly disturbing, and a lot of sexual based stimulation that was so disturbing. And you wake up and it's just so disgusting. I don't know if you just heard, like, you know as I mentioned before, they call me rubber, and it's because the persona they're trying to create is based on somebody who wants, who as R. Kelly wants, like somebody who's young, underage, and stuff like that. Disturbing thing. As we know, that's this. They slander the community. They slander you in the community. They create false personas, and they try to make you accept this false persona with gaslighting, consisting of manipulating your environment to the point where you kind of start accepting this BS persona that they insert in me. And so, with that being said, I just want to give you a glimpse of how things work. And because it's hard to explain something that's happening that's not visible and is only experienced by the target individual. So I just want to give just a simple thing like that. Just image alone starts so much, and then the the perps start doing the work. They become the professionals that they are, where they knowingly play dumb and create and start their repetitive interactions. So I just want to wrap this up by saying, first of all, please don't fall for this false persona. Don't fall for this psyop. For me, the perps are come from all backgrounds. All races, all genders. At first, they were really focusing on they were mostly female gender women. I barely call that women because I don't respect any, because I know there's so many targeted individuals that are women that getting targeted, and just imagine that someone who calls herself a woman, knowing that there's a bunch of women getting targeted this way, it's hard for me to accept them as a woman. Just so these individuals that partake in this are really people that want. For me, at first they're very young, and so when I mean young, I mean like from 20 to 25, that young age, which makes it easy for them to to be dumbed down, and and they don't, it's not like they have and 20-year-old is not full of dignity or pride. They will do anything and be okay, and be able to deal with it. But when you're like in your 30s and you do something that's shameful, then it's harder for you to deal with it. So I understand why they use the younger ones to do the more embarrassing, shameful things, when they know it's, they know that I know that it's something they're trying to force that in me. And so with that being said, stay strong. And when I mean stay strong, as in just remember who you are. I'm trying to follow the same suits. It's really annoying. It's really it's really annoying to having to deal with that. But I'm a target individual. I was put in here by an old employer of mine that was very well connected, that is still very well connected, and I understand that now that I'm in that list, in that program, I'm dealing with this, which is many men, women, and children around the world that are dealing with. So I need to remind myself of that, and whatever nasty stuff they put in my head, whatever disturbing things they're trying to create and piece together, whatever way they make me look at things, whatever stimulation they have me have, I need to be strong and remind myself who I am and what they're trying to do. And sometimes making videos helps. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. I know we're all dealing with different, mental pain and also physical pain, because now they've messed so much with my joints. I don't know if it's the dark the energy weaponry, but a lot of my joints, especially my knees and my back, has been played with, and I can feel really the changes there. But with that being said, I know that's what they usually go for. The thing with this is they are very systematic, where the tactics are so similar across across different testimonies. It seems like this has been done so much that this template is, I can, when I listen to like testimonies, I get like a I hear some what's happening to me. I hear that coming from others, and so they are so systematic with what they do that I'm getting the same experience as somebody who's getting direct energy weaponry, where they feel like where radiation, they feel their knees, their bones are softening up, their back is hurting, or the spinal cord is being messed with, their neck is being messed with, the kidneys, and it's just the same points. Um, Eyesight is, so it's everything seems very systematic, seems very templatic. I don't know if it's a word, but it's like there's a template they apply, and they stick with it, and they're consistent with it throughout a lot of the targeting and so that's I know that that's why I know that this is really common. And if even the thoughts they put in people, same, very templatic, very similar to what you hear. The stimulation that are degrading, very similar to others. Everything seems to go according to you know to how it's to the template. So with that being said, stay strong. Please record your story, tell your story. You don't have to show your face, but tell your story. Somebody will hear and will take a lot, because since they're so systematic with things, they will know. I will know that they're not alone, and that's why I'm telling my stories and what's happening to me. So stay strong and maintain maintain strength, and don't lose yourself, don't harm yourself, and remember that justice will be done for what they've done. Thank you.